So Srila Prabhupada is mentioning in this purport how important is a Brahma-Muhurta for us, those who are treading on the spiritual path. It's the most important timings. And it is said that during this Brahma-Muhurta, spiritual activities are recommended. And Prabhupada have a greater effect than any other part of the day. Now somebody doing business, so somebody peak hours. So the person, he will never leave the business in the peak hours, whatever it may be. So the greatest benefit, spiritual benefit, can be derived by doing maximum activities in the Brahma-Muhurta. Even Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, who is one of our Acharya coming in the Guru Shishya Parampara, and he appeared somewhere in the middle of 17th century. He said that he who with great care and attention loudly recites Guru Astaka, beautiful prayer to the spiritual master during the Brahma-Muhurta, obtains direct service to Krishna, the Lord of Vrindavan, at the time of his death. So, how important it is to recite Guru Astaka, Sansara Dava. So it is mentioned with great care, attention, loudly, and Brahma-Muhurta. So when we are singing, it's not the tune alone or nicely singing, that has to be done. At the same time, great care, attention, and loudly, and that too in Brahma-Muhurta. So Prabhupada has made the system where this happens. So it's very important for us when we sing any kirtan or recite the name or we read Srila Prabhupada books. So these things has to be care and attention is very important. Care and attention, if we have, it shows our love towards that activity. Sometimes we love some activity, we wish to do with lot of care and attention. It should not happen, one stranger is gone, then we are running to the temple hall. So then care is not there. See, when we are going for outside, taking the flight or train, we go little beforehand. We shouldn't miss. And also when reciting, our attention should be there. Prabhupada says that our attention means focus on the meaning. It's not like parrot-like vibrating. That has effect. These are spiritual vibrations. That it has effect. But it is recommended that when we sing off, we must know the each word's meaning, and we have to merge ourselves into and we have to pray to the Srila Prabhupada and that Brahma. That will have greater effect. And it is said that one who with care and attention loudly recites, not kirtan, utkirtana. This beautiful prayers of Guru Astaka to the spiritual master during the Brahma-Muhurta. How important the Brahma-Muhurta? Sometime if you are not well, even though suppose you are not feeling well, whatever reason, XYZ, try at least to get up in the morning. Regarding this, Prabhupada told one incident when Srila Prabhupada was there in the Radha Damodar temple. Srila Prabhupada told his disciple a story about when he had lived in Vrindavan. When Srila Prabhupada was living in the Radha Damodar temple, a Bengali widow walked to the Yamuna river to take her bath every morning, and every morning without fail she would return with a pot of water for the Radha Damodar Pujari to use in bathing the deities. So when Srila Prabhupada was there in Vrindavan staying, so there was a one widow, Bengali widow, and every day, even though it may be winter, without fail, she would go take the dip into the Yamuna and one clay mud pot. She'll carry the Yamuna water, and that water to give it to the Pujari so that water can be used for bathing the deity of Radha Damodar. So Prabhupada is saying, every morning without fail, she would return with a pot of water for Radha Damodar Pujaris to use in bathing the deity. Prabhupada said, he would sometime open the gate for the woman. So sometime that date, she used to stay somewhere out. So he'll come, sometimes she will knock the gate. And Srila Prabhupada used to get up early, so Prabhupada will open the gate. Srila Prabhupada said that he would sometimes open the gate for the woman. Since he also rose very early, she would enter and walk the pujaris to hand over. Although the Vrindavan nights are cold in the winter, it's little tough to take cold water bath, that too in extreme winter. It's said that we take a normal temperature water bath, maybe little warm, it cleans our gross body. But in winter, if you take a cold water bath or maybe outside temperature, it will awaken even the subtle body. Some drowsiness will go. So although the Vrindavan nights are cold in the winter, Prabhupada said, the woman never once failed to come with the water. Can you see her dedication? Never once. We are staying in the temple. If we misses, then how unfortunate we are. Somebody said that even she had a fever sometime, still she will go take the dip in the Yamuna and carry the pot for the Lord. So sometime maybe here in the little happens, we take an excuse. And Brahma-Muhurta, how important. Sometimes, Prabhu, I came very late. maybe traveling somewhere, we miss the Brahma-Muhurta. Such a wonderful, auspicious time it is. So the woman never once failed to come with the water. For this activity, Prabhupada is saying, for this activity, she will return back to Godhead. Just she is going, taking bath, taking the one water for Yamuna and giving to Pujari. Such a disciplined life she had. Little ages and old lady. For this activity, she will return back to Godhead. One who cannot rise in the morning is not very serious about spiritual life. One must rise before the Brahma-Muhurta hours. That is very auspicious, and one will take trouble to do so if he is serious about spiritual life. How this austerity minimized by the acharyas. Otherwise, they used to live in the forest, they used to go to Himalayas. They used to dip into the cold water in the rivers. Just said you take nice rest and get up in the morning, take bath, come to the Mangala Arati, do nice chanting. And Prabhupada wrote in the Purport, the morning activity which you do in the Brahma-Muhurta time, in the early morning activity, will have greater effect. Because, see, spiritual activity all transcendental, but still because our receptive power is not there. We are under the three modes of nature. So the morning time is a Sadguna is prominent. As the day further passes, then Rajoguna, and the night is called Tamoguna. That's the reason we get in the night drowsiness and sleep. So this condition will work. They are not this is a pure science. Suppose you miss morning chanting, you not finish 16 marks. Then daytime to somehow drag on, somehow you finish off just sake of numbers. And if you miss Mangala Arati, one Mangala Arati has gone from your life. The number of days you have to live is fixed. One day we miss, one Mangala Arati gone. And Prabhupada is asking little tapasya. Otherwise, suppose you have to come back again to this material, what horrible place it is. So we have to be very, very careful. And so this Prabhupada is writing in the Madhya Lila, as Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya arose from the bed when he got up, when he woke up. So as Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya arose from the bed, he distinctly chanted, Krishna, Krishna. Lord Chaitanya was very pleased to hear him chant the holy name of Krishna at that particular moment. So I will reading further. Prabhupada says, as soon as we get up, we must recite the name of Krishna. When you get up late, simply you run here and there to get ready. So we have to make such that, so that we won't get delay into the Aarti at the same time, some time. So we should recite, when you get up, you should chant Hare Krishna at least 3 times. Pray to Krishna. After waking up and chanting the Lord's name, honor your spiritual master and the Lord by offering pranams or obeisances accompanied by prayers. So this is even the when you are getting up sleep, when you get up, that's also becomes spiritual activity. Smartabhyam satatam Vishnu vismartabhyam na jatu chit. So always remember Krishna. So when we get up, we should remember Krishna. And we should chant the holy name. At least suppose you are in too hurry, whatever you are not able to chant Hare Krishna, at least chant Krishna, Krishna, Krishna 3 times. As he said, scriptures describe the benefit of taking a cold bath early in the morning. As he said, such a bath can purify even a sinner, for it has the power to wash away all external and internal contamination. Very powerful. Taking a bath is not, even you are sick or something, somehow you do it. You will not die. Even if death has to come, let it come by following the order of a spiritual master. Whereas a warm water bath cleanses the physically, cold water bath revitalizes the subtle body, removing the influence of sleep and dream as well as of evil-minded persons. The cold bath also gives strength, is good for the even health. Other the spiritual benefit, even good for our physical health. So the cold bath also gives strength, sensitivity, longevity, effulgence and purity. Taking an early morning cold bath increasing one's knowledge, detachment and affords peace of mind. It removes unhappiness, lamentation, degradation and bad thoughts and sort it counteract all the ill effects of sin. So that's important. And that's the reason when we go to even altar, we do achaman, another thing. And that's famous thing to purify that michana. Om a pavitra pavitrova sarva vastam gato ya smarit pundri kaksham sa bhai antarbhaya suchi. So when we remember Krishna, or we must remember Krishna always, at least we have to practice. Man mana bhat bhakto madhyachi mam namaskaru. So remembering Krishna has to be our foremost activity. It is said that yan muhurtam charan vapi vasudevina chintit sahanis mahachidram. Yan muhurta, even one moment forgetting Krishna, what a great loss. Yan mucharan vapi vasudevina chintit sahanis. What a great element. So we should always, whether pure or impure or having passed through all condition of material life, if one can remember the lotus-eyed Krishna, he becomes externally internally clean. That is mentioned by Sanatana Goswami Hari Bhakti Vilas. And that is he referred from Garuda Purana. This especially Om Pavitra, this verse. Therefore, along with all types of bath, one must take a mental bath to gain the internal purity that contemplates external purity. So, along with, yes, we have to take bath, at the same time we should remember Krishna. The great souls are always chanting about Krishna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Kirtaniya Sadhari. They are also endeavoring with great determination in their devotional service. For instance, in Krishna conscious temples, Prabhupada is writing this one Purport in the CC. In the Krishna conscious temple, the devotee rise early in the morning before 4 a.m. and they immediately take bath. Then they go to the Mangala Arati at 4:30. After Mangala Arati, they study the Vedic literature, chant Hare Krishna. These are the processes by which we can awaken our dormant love for Krishna. Because we are part and parcel of Krishna, just as a son is a part and parcel of his father, there is a natural love between them. However, somehow or other, the son leaves home and forgets his father. Father, of course, never forgets his son. He thinks, oh, my son has left. If he would only come back. Krishna thinks in this way. We are all sons of Krishna, and Krishna is more anxious to get us back home, back to Godhead, than we are eager to go. Therefore, Krishna comes and says, you rascal, give up all this nonsensical material engagement. You have manufactured so many religions and dharmas. Just give it up, them all, and simply surrender to me. Krishna comes himself, leaves behind his words. His words are also himself. Now there is no difference between Krishna's words and Krishna, because his words are absolute. So presently we do not see Krishna, but if we actually advance, we will see him. When we see the deity in the temple, we think, oh, this is idol. It is not Krishna. If we think in this way, we have not seen Krishna. Krishna is also present in his words in Bhagavad Gita. That is Krishna Vani, the message of Krishna. The stage of awareness of Krishna can be attained when one is advanced in Krishna consciousness. Then one can understand that Krishna is present in the deity in Bhagavad Gita, taste of water, blah blah. So like this, when we develop love for Krishna, then actually we can see Krishna always in all the activities, and we can remember Krishna. We'll never able to forget. Prabhupada in Vrindavan, one of the lecture, Prabhupada is saying, without tapasya you cannot be purified. Voluntarily inconvenience you have to take. Tapasya means voluntary inconvenience. Not always be in comfortable life. Buddha writes even the purport of second canto of I think chapter 9, text number 23 or 24. Self-realization and easygoing life, they go ill together. So that's the reason the sannyasis, they used to do voluntary, some austerities about ahar, nidra. We have to take some austerity, not everything completely done systematically. Whatever is there, we should be happy. So without tapasya, you cannot be purified. That little tapasya, we have prescribed that. Rise early in the morning at 3:30. But they are so downtrodden, they cannot do it. Let me sleep 5 minutes more, I will enjoy. थोड़ा 10 मिनट और सो जाते. I will enjoy. You see, such downtrodden, they are performing austerities, standing in the water in winter season, and we are recommending, please rise in the morning at 3:30. Be prepared for Mangala Arati. It is very difficult job. Just see how much we are fallen. We cannot sacrifice, say, 15 minutes or half an hour sleep. We consider sleeping is very good enjoyment. Buddha saying, I have seen in Western countries, they want to sleep so much. That is enjoyment up to 12 o'clock in the day. There are many Indians also. They are imitating. They sleep up to 12 o'clock and then go to office. Big man, he goes to the office at 4 o'clock when the office is going to be closed. That is their enjoyment. I have slept so much. That is my great credit. That is my life success. I have eaten so much. That is my enjoyment. I have enjoyed sex life so much. That is enjoyment. He does not know, the rascal does not know that he is becoming implicated for the next birth. If you too much sleeping, then you become owl. You know, the whole day they can sleep, the owl. If you want to be naked, alright, you become a tree. Stand 5,000 years naked. If you want sex, alright, you become a hawk, a monkey or dog. So nature is prepared to give you facility. So the kind of inclination, why there are 84 lakhs varieties of life? Because these kind of inclination to enjoy. प्रवृत्तियाँ होती हैं, तो जिस प्रकार की हमको प्रवृत्ति हम अपने डेवलप करते हैं, we get the next birth. It's not something Krishna forced someone to become donkey or somebody to become a dog or hog. They develop those kind of inclination that way to enjoy. Then Krishna will give you suitable body. So Prabhupada is one of the Bombay lecture Prabhupada saying, so the first teaching is brahmachari, so rise early in the morning. Brahmachari. That is a journal education. It does not require that you have to learn some book immediately. No. First of all, build your character. Otherwise, by the use of taking degrees, if you have no character, yasya sati bhakti bhagavati akanchana sarvir gune tatra samasate sura. If you become a devotee of Krishna, just like in our institution, they are being trained up as a devotee. So, to rise early in the morning is automatically there. There is no separate training. Because he is a devotee, he has to rise early in the morning for offering Mangala Arati, and you have got our order that everyone, Prabhupada is saying, you have got our order that everyone must attend Mangala Arati. This is automatically, that is automatically brahmachari. So Prabhupada says Mangala Arati is compulsory. Prabhupada, one of the room conversation in Allahabad, Prabhupada saying, anyone who sleeps after sunrise, he is a rascal. He is full rascal. Yes, a child at once early in the morning rise. That is nature. But we have created such a life that we have to break all the nature's laws. Therefore, we suffer. Devi hai esa gulmai mammaya duratya mam e prapadante. One who has surrendered to Krishna, he is free. He is rising early. He has surpassed the Maya. And those who are in Maya, they are sleeping. And those who are not in Maya, they rise early in the morning. So how important is to rise early in the morning. And also we have to control the mind. Prabhupada is saying, my Guru Maharaj used to say that just rise early in the morning and then kick the mind with a shoe 100 times. Then while going to sleep, one should take a broom mind another 100 times. The mind is so crazy, restless. that it can be brought to tameness only by process suggested by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. So you should try this process and stop the mind from running away now and then. If you follow the process of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, naturally he will help you in controlling the mind and bestow all his blessings unto you. So that's the process when you have to control the mind. Means mind will say sleep more. What is there? I am very tired. I am not well. Mind give all foolish reasons. And if you desire, Krishna will make suitable arrangement for you. So much so that you won't get sick also. When you have a real desire to serve Krishna, Krishna will do whatever is best for you to serve him. Prabhupada writing one of the conversation in Puri in 1977. To rise early in the morning and attend Mangala Arati is compulsory. It is the part of spiritual education. Not to eat more than necessary, then you will not. If you eat less, Prabhupada saying, then you will not sleep more. You will find if you observe fast, you won't feel sleepy. So one of the method, you will take less. Take prasadam early in the evening, not late. Suppose you got late because of some reason, then take little prasadam, not much prasadam. Because if you take full this thing after late, then you cannot get up. Even if you get up, your mind, you will feel drowsy. Srila Prabhupada comments, meditation as recommended in authorized scripture is meant for concentrating one's mind on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. Lord Krishna himself, the original Vishnu, but because he played the part of human being, even the Lord, we are all read in the Krishna book, even Krishna, when he was performing the Leela here, even in Dwarka as a Grahastha, so Lord also will get up early in the morning before Brahma-Muhurta. And their wife, they were not at all happy. But he will, without fail, he was getting up, setting up example. So, but because he played the part of human being, he taught us definitely by his personal behavior what is meant for meditation. This activity of meditation indicates Brahma-Muhurta, early in the morning, hours before sunrise. There's one verse, is Brahma-Muhurta utthaya. So this is for the Lord. So they are saying, Lord Madhava, Krishna, would rise early in the Brahma-Muhurta period. So one should rise by 4 o'clock in morning and utilize the auspicious Brahma-Muhurta to advance in Krishna consciousness. Called Pratha Smriti, and remember Krishna. Concerning Pratha Smriti, remembering of Lord in the morning, in the early morning hours known as Brahma-Muhurta, one should get up and immediately chant Hare Krishna mantra, or at least Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. In this way, one should remember Krishna. Some slokas of prayers should also be chanted. By chanting, one immediately becomes auspicious and transcendental to the infection of material qualities. Now, we all have material qualities. Actually, one has to chant and remember Krishna 24 hours. Smartabhyam Satatam Vishnu. So, we should try as much as possible to chant. And we have to purify as we take, without fail we should take bath, so that we can be properly situated. Even when Krishna said rasa dance, that night became the Brahma's night. And as Brahma-Muhurta, so after the rasa dance was over, the night of Brahma, a very, very long period, as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, turned into the Brahma-Muhurta. The Brahma-Muhurta takes place about 1.5 hours before the sunrise. It is recommended that one should rise from bed at that time, and after finishing daily ablutions, take to the spiritual activity by performing Mangalarati, chanting Hare Krishna mantra. This period is very convenient for the execution of spiritual activity. When the auspicious moment arrived, Krishna asked gopis to leave. Although his beloved were not willing to quit his company, they were very obedient to him. As soon as Krishna asked him to go home, they immediately left and returned home. So in that context, Prabhupada, Sukadeva Goswami quotes one verse, na vikridate brajbadhu ver edam cha vishnu siddhan vito anu sharnayat at varnetya bhaktim param bhagavati pratilabdha kamam hedrokam asu apihanot acharina dhira. So when who hears about Krishna's interaction with the gopis, with the shraddhan vito anusharnyat at varnetya, either hear or describe, but from the right source, then actually bhaktim param bhagavati, he will achieve the pure devotion, and hridrokam, the lusty desire from the heart will go on. Lord Krishna used to lie down with his 16,000 wives, but he would also rise from bed very early in the morning, 3 hours before sunrise. By nature's arrangement, the crowing of the crows warms of the Brahma-Muhurta hours. So there is no need to alarm clock. As soon as the cocks crow early in the morning, it is to be understood that it is time to rise from the bed. Hearing the sound, Krishna would get up from bed, but his rising early was not very much to be liking of his wives. The wives of Krishna were so much attached to him that they would lie in the bed embracing him. And as soon as the cocks crowed, Krishna's wives would be very much sorry and would immediately condemn the crowing of the crow. So like this, although Srimati Rukmani Devi, the first queen of Lord Krishna, knew the Brahma-Muhurta is the most auspicious time, and early in the morning she would feel disgusted at the appearance of the Brahma-Muhurta because she was not very happy to have Krishna leave her aside in the bed. So this all Brahma-Muhurta is very, very auspicious and pious and time for our spiritual activity. So along with the time, also our mental condition by chanting Hare Krishna, and even the place where we chant also is important. Prabhupada always recommend we should chant in the temple hall along with the devotees. So if you miss that, then temple hall will have different activity. You cannot chant, and you will not have association of devotees chanting together. And also the kind of food we eat, it reflect. See, if you take prasadam, then you will be able to chant nicely. Somehow if you now and then if take some bhoga, then chanting will not happen with that quality. So these are all the factors are there. And so there are many factors. These are the conditions. No? When we do any chemical reactions, certain condition, this good condition will be able to do better. So even though it's a spiritual, but our being the we are the condition, so we are not able to come to that level. Otherwise, spiritual activity is very powerful. So that's the reason. So we have to get up early morning, whatever happens, take some austerities, and do our morning sadhana, very enthusiastic manner and with great enthusiasm, even though there is some austerity we must take up, and which will please to Krishna and Srila Prabhupada, and also our will able to advance spiritually very systematically and swiftly. So I'll stop here. Grantarashya Bhagavatam ki Jagat Guru Prabhupada Nitai Go Prem Nandi Hari Hari Bo.